We did it.
Ready? Want to count down?
Do you want to count down?
Let's count down.
3,
2, 1. All right, and we are back again.
Welcome back to your mom's house.
Yeah.
We're here in the studio. Some changes. See if you can spot it.
Yeah. Dylan's new, right?
No, nothing's new. No. That's just from the YMH set. It's all different.
Oh.
I'm going to start doing that as a bit. Just say a different podcast that we're not.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my new thing. How was your week?
Kind of uneventful other than, I got my second dose Monday.
Second microchip.
My second microchip, so I can actually now pick up AM stations.
That's cool.
So I'm really excited. So,
Can you broadcast or just...
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. I'm been having a lot of Fleetwood Mac come through.
Yeah.
So I was just like, just been jamming some Fleetwood Mac in my head.
You don't like Fleetwood Mac, though.
I don't, but
I just found that out earlier.
I think the problem is, I think someone should do some really good covers of Fleetwood Mac, and I'm going to comb the internet.
Like the Black Dahlia murder.
Yeah.
Should cover.
Maybe something a little more folk oriented. I don't know. We'll see.
Like Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just something to punch it up, to modernize, Fleetwood Mac, because, and yes, fans, I'm not a big fan of Fleetwood Mac. Should I tell that story, or is that?
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when I was a kid, we saw Fleetwood Mac, and they all came backstage and took turns beating me with a chair. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Big WWE fans.
It was a table.
Or back then, it was WWF.
It was WWF.
Actually, it's probably segmented into the little...
It was actually before that. It was like whatever that was my grandfather watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Masked Wrestler number 2. And
South Georgia Professional Wrestling or whatever.
No, this was actually on TBS, if you guys remember that station. TBS.
I think it's still
around.
Yeah.
But back then you could pick it up on antenna.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Shout out to Ted Turner.
Yeah.
That dude owns like
Everything.
a massive amount of Montana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's not like a quarter of the state or anything, but his land out there is astounding.
Oh,
I was
wow.
talking to some guys who worked on it. They were like, they'd hit the property line, and then it's like a ranch, and so they drive to like the main house, and they were like, yeah, it would take us like 45 minutes from the property line to get to the main house.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. So
and in Montana, that's really not very big. I mean,
yeah.
I've driven across Montana. It's like,
Yeah.
that's a trek.
Yeah. So go back to tell everybody your Fleetwood Mac story.
Okay, I'll tell this real quick. When I was a kid, probably. All right. Well, it's that kind of show.
Gonna show off the guns.
There we go. You got a permit for those guns, son?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to see it? I actually do.
It's like, are we going somewhere weird with that?
No, I just have a firearms license.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a firearms license.
Dude, it's like I gotta go back and edit that. But it's like those guys that are like, look, my hands are registered as lethal weapons. I had a lot of those in Job Corps. They'd be like, yeah, I have a court order. Like my hands are registered as lethal weapons. I'm just like, shut up. It's dudes that like watched Con Air and took it way too seriously.
Oh God. Like, yeah.
So anyway, Fleetwood Mac.
So
story.
I was a little kid. It was probably like maybe summer of '83, I guess, because my little brother was still a baby. So my parents had the station wagon, and it was one of those where the very last seat faces backwards, and you've got a window probably the size of like, a windshield or bigger, with the direct sunlight. And I had to sit in the seat that faced backwards, all the way from Middle Georgia to I want to say it was Panama City, but anyway, yeah, that's like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the station wagon had an 8-track player, and you guys are gonna have to do your own research on those because I ain't got time for that. But so we didn't own any 8-tracks. So my dad borrowed my uncle's Fleetwood Mac Rumors 8-track, and that's all we listened to the entire trip was Rumors on 8-track on an infinite loop for a week.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah.
So you don't like Fleetwood Mac?
No, because I mean, all I could think about whenever I hear anything from that album is me facing backwards out that huge window that all it did was attract direct sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing where we're going, having to look backwards. And of course, cars would be behind you in traffic, and they see you sitting there backwards, and they're like, "Oh, isn't that cute, a little boy facing the wrong way?" Like, "Oh yeah, listening to rumors. Yeah, here we go. I'm looking out for big love."
It's a very special place and time right there. I do like the idea how your dad's like, "Well, I don't have any 8-tracks for this long car ride, like this 16-hour round trip. Hey, I'll just borrow one 8-track and we'll listen to it 16 times
Instead of like, "Hey, let's see what's on the actual radio."
Yeah, or borrow 2 or even 3 8-tracks.
Because those were still they weren't like produce them anymore, but they were still around.
Yeah.
But yeah, or why not just put on the FM? Or at that point, how about dead silence?
Just to break up the monotony of rumors.
Yeah, but anyone who remembers listening to 8-tracks, like at any random point during the 8-track, you'll hear click. Because it's, the tracks are broken up. They're not necessarily broken up at the end of a song. Sometimes it's in the middle of a song. But yeah, but anybody who ever wants to bring 8-tracks back, that's a mistake. Don't do it.
I think that's a dead medium. People are trying to bring back cassettes, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, they served a purpose.
Yeah,
but I don't want cassettes again.
Digital's the way to go.
Yeah,
because there's no moving parts, and it's all like you can store a massive amount of songs, and it's. I mean, now you're just streaming anyway. So just do that. The quality is not super great, but
no.
And just be one of those people. Just stream and then buy records because records sound good.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and then it's like there's actually like some like commodity in that because you have a big piece of art and it's like a collector kind of thing along with sounding good. But like I really don't see any reason to like buy CDs anymore or tapes.
I haven't
especially
bought
not
CDs in years.
Yeah, there's no reason to. And then what's the other one? We said 8-track. There's another garbage one.
There was mini discs that came out.
Mini disc.
I actually have some mini discs that I found on eBay, like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Because mini discs lasted for about a year.
Yeah.
And they never were mainstream.
Yeah.
And I have some.
Yeah.
And a mini disc player. I got them all on eBay. Like,
is it Rumors? Did you buy Rumors on mini disc?
Oddly enough, I could only find artists under the Sony label. So I have like some Alice in Chains, and I think I have an Ozzy mini disc, and
how many songs could fit on it?
It was just like this, like
full album.
Yeah, it's full album.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
huh?
It wasn't like it was just it was basically a little miniature disc, but it could hold, I believe, as much as like the ones you would buy. It hold as much as like a CD. But I had some blank ones to make some mix tapes out of them, and I think I got like 3 or 4 hours worth of music on there. So
not bad.
Yeah, but that came and went before I think anybody caught on to it. And it was too close to CDs. CDs, they were just like the perfect animal when they came out. And I mean,
high quality.
Yeah,
pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, hard to break or hard to mess up.
Yeah,
yeah. So
cassettes, you leave a cassette in the exposed sunlight for like an hour and go back and listen to it. All the warping.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
and the tape breaks right in the middle of your favorite jam. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I was almost at that part in Big Love where, he really belts it out. And then no more.
That reference was...
I know. That was a Fleetwood Mac song.
Oh, okay. I don't... I like him. I don't like him that much.
Okay. Well, I really don't like him, but I know that song.
Sam really likes him. We saw him in...
She'll get that reference.
Oh, okay. We saw him in Columbia, South Carolina, in the Gamecocks arena where they play basketball and stuff. So it's big arena. It was a really good show. I had a good time. And it was funny because the couple sitting next to us, so it's, it's a big, like sort of full Coliseum almost set up, but they block off like half of it so that or like 3/4 of it so there's a stage, but there's still this big horseshoe shaped thing where people are sitting. We were kind of like right on the edge where it curves. And so this couple that was next to us, anytime we would stand up, they'd have to stand up. And they were starting to get really annoyed because they were, they're a little older. They're in their late 30s, early 40s. And we would stand up for the jams, like when they're like upbeat and everybody else is standing up, we'd stand up and like kind of like dance in place or whatever. And then during the slow songs, it's kind of courtesy, like, okay, we're all going to sit down, I'm going to pay attention and like really get involved in it. Well, they were wanting to do the opposite. They wanted to like, so we would be sitting in a slow song and they'd be standing up, and then they'd get tired and then they'd bust out an upbeat jam and we'd stand up and they'd want to sit down. And this woman, I mean, she started like pulling on my shirt and she's like, can y'all sit down? And I was like, no, because then we can't see, because there's people next to us standing up.
Yeah,
so
you gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, so they started getting real mad. And then, so it gets to the end of the concert and it's right when they start doing encores.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that were to our right, it was a big group, got up and left to get to their cars. And so then this woman and she made her husband like get in front of us, and she kind of like elbowed me when she went by and stuff. And I was just like, okay, like point made, like whatever.
Throwing
like,
elbows. All right.
Yeah. And she was just
at
like,
a Fleetwood Mac show.
Like I looked at the guy, because I was like, I know sometimes women like to start shit and then it's like have the man like handle it or whatever. Yeah. I'm not the guy to like get elbowed by a woman and be like, all right, we're fighting.
Right.
So I just like looked at the dude and he like in his eyes, he was just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no, I'm sorry for you. You have to deal with this on the daily basis.
You have to live with her.
Yeah.
So.
We've seen a couple of shows in that Coliseum. Saw Pixies.
Oh,
my
cool.
favorite band. That was cool. Anyway.
Yeah. I was thinking, I don't think I've ever seen anybody in South Carolina.
And specifically in that arena in Columbia, they have some pretty big names come through. Like stuff you'd probably be into, like Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach or whatever.
Stained is getting back together.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the lead singer that's a real douchebag?
Yeah, Aaron Lewis.
Yeah,
He's like, when he's solo, he's like a country artist, and he's the one that...
He yells at every crowd he ever performs in front of.
And then he walks off stage because they're like talking louder than his music.
Yeah.
But if I had to sit through an Aaron Lewis show, I'd probably find something else to do, like talk amongst my friends or, just...
play Tetris.
Yeah.
But like the old school like brick game that's really loud with the 8-bit music. Do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, if I went up in an Aaron Lewis show, I've done something really wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Can you imagine like one of your favorite bands is playing and you're like, oh, I can't wait to go to this show, and you just didn't pay attention to the rest of the flyer, and then Aaron Lewis comes out with his guitar.
Oh yeah.
What's that song? His big acoustic song.
I honestly don't know. Like
he does like a cover of a Stained song, but he does it acoustic, and he'll start to play it, and then if people talk, he'll get really mad at the crowd.
Well, there was that one Stained song that was popular when Stained was around, that the live version got real popular because Fred Durst was on stage with him, and it was like on the inside or something. That's all I know. But like Fred Durst's contribution to this live version was like he just sat there next to him and go, "Let me see them lighters."
Oh shit!
Like, oh well, that made the song 100 times better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Durst, for coming out here, and let's see them lighters.
Somebody give Fred Durst his money, please.
Yeah, please, just take all of my money, Mr. Durst.
Pay him.
You know, that is like, thank you for saving this band.
Mm-hmm. He was in Limp Bizkit, right?
He's the lead singer, or lead rapper, the lead.
It's like, now this red cap gets a rap from these critics. I don't fucking know. He just are we
there?
We're golden.
Okay.
We're golden. I can fucking swear it.
I would literally like. I don't want to get too ugly. I think
we can get ugly.
I crossed some lines last week, but yeah. I think I would rather have like a horrible like terminal disease on my face than ever have to listen or look at Fred Durst. Like if you said you have two choices, you have to. Okay, let me reword that. You can either go and sit front row of a
parking lot
of a Limp Bizkit concert and have to stay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or we're going to cover your face in Gorders. And I'd be like, where's the Gorder guy? Because I'm ready. That's how much I dislike that band and what they call music.
Yeah.
So
their version of music.
Yeah. So I guess our one fan who's a Limp Bizkit fan is now done with our podcast.
There we go.
Which, yeah.
If we're setting the dividing line along right there.
No, they're like, as long as he doesn't say anything about Kid Rock, man.
Next episode is going to be all Limp Bizkit songs, just so I get you to listen to it, because you have to. You're contractually obligated.
I have to.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna make you listen to Kid Rock songs.
I don't care.
I know you love Kid Rock.
Yeah.
He has a Kid
Big
Rock
fan.
tattoo on his back.
You can't see it.
No, and he's got the Kid Rock, and he's got Kid Rock's little person like standing next to him. You know, he had a little person like sidekick when he started.
Did he really?
You don't remember that?
I don't know. I was
Yeah,
born
like-
in 92.
Well, I mean, like when he got famous in like '99 with that album.
I would have been 7.
Okay, well, I don't know, but he had a.
I was paying a lot of attention to Kid Rock when I was
I
7.
didn't,
Yeah.
but yeah, he had a like his side man was I guess the term's little person, and he was kind of like his hype man. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making that up. Unfortunately, and this isn't funny, but
This sounds like a bit.
it is real. Go look at watch the videos from that album, like the ball with the ball, whatever that song is, ball with a ball, and cowboy and whatever songs. I'm not making that up.
One more time. Ball with the ball.
Ball with the ball. I think that's how you say it. That's the name of the song, man. That was like a hit.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Then it's
like,
terrible.
He like scats. He's like, ball with the ball, to bang, biggie, biggie, or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a little person that's his side man. And he's like, yeah, Kid Rock, yeah. Looks like a little kid. Yo, Kid Rock. And it's like, okay.
Ball with the ball.
Yeah. I can't make this up. This is
Just do
real.
it one more time.
It's ball to ball to ball. Ball to
I don't know why that's so funny to me. It just tickled me in the right place.
And it's people like him, because of that song is why we had, was that song Dirt Road you made me listen to a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's why.
There's a direct line.
It is. It is a direct line.
So when Kid Rock would go on tour, he would fuck these whores in these small towns,
Yeah.
and he hit Columbus in 2003, and now we have Kid G.
Yeah. I believe that's true. I believe that's probably it.
Mari, order the paternity test.
Yeah.
I used to love those shows, Mari and Jerry Springer. And
Oh yeah.
just like,
That's when
I don't know.
TV had class.
Well, I would be like, I would be like homesick from school and just flip through channels, and then you just see some people wilding out, throwing chairs at each other. Like, then one of my favorite ones that started with because by this point I had the kind of formula for what Maury was. It shows the woman or whatever, and he's like, this woman has been on the show 42 times, and this time she's sure she has the father. And I had a rough understanding of what sex was at that point, and I was just like doing the math in my head. I was like, so okay, she's potentially tried 42 people. Even if she's only tried half of that, that's 21 people that she tried twice.
That's a busy month because you've only got one
you got
a certain window of time.
How long do you ovulate for? 6? Well, not you personally. But
I don't know.
the royal we. The royal you.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I know nothing about any of that stuff.
So when you get into all the Catholics that screw by the calendar, and they all have like 10 kids because the Pope told them not to wear rubbers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Pope. Well, Catholic priests have their finger on all that anyway.
Yeah, they're really fingering the pulse.
And now we've lost our one Catholic viewer.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
But yeah. So how did we get over here? Oh yeah, Maury and Kid Rock.
And Fleetwood Mac.
And
We're working back to
the back of a
source.
station wagon.
I'm just going to keep stalling because I don't want to talk about the music this week.
We have to.
I really don't want to.
Well, at least, I mean...
I was always curious as to when we would hit 6 lemons, and we've done it. They're all bad.
You didn't like the ones I gave you?
No.
Really?
Not a single one.
Oh my gosh.
Not a single one.
Because I like the 3 I gave you.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were fucking with me. I thought you were giving me bad songs.
No, I love those 3 songs.
Really?
Yes.
All right, here's what we're going to do this
Oh
time.
my God.
I'm going to give the backstory of the bands that I submitted, just in terms of where they were when I found them and where they're at now, and then what you're gonna do, because I didn't look into them at all. Just give me like the supergroup dynamic,
yeah,
and then try to explain to me how it's not a horrible tune. It's so bad.
I am heartbroken.
Some
Only because
like it hot and some like when the heat is off.
you don't like Robert Palmer?
Who's that?
Simply Irresistible. Oh yeah, it's 80s.
I kind of know that. Simply Irresistible.
Yeah, that was his solo work after the Power Station.
Is that who? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's just as bad in my opinion.
Wow.
I didn't think that was. I thought that was Huey Lewis in the News. But then again, any male singer from the you know that song? It's like that's just the way Bruce Hornsby. Yeah. I thought that was Huey Lewis in the News for like 10 years. Every single song I've heard on the radio that sounds like it's that 80s vibe with a male singer, I was like, oh, it's Huey Lewis in the News.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a little bit different this time.
Okay.
For this show. You give me you do the quick little backdrop on those three.
Yeah.
We already know that you don't like the songs I gave you.
Yeah.
I don't like the songs you gave me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I don't like those three bands. I'll give you a little backstory on the three bands I gave you.
Yeah.
And then we'll just chit chat.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't have a problem with that. Here's my counterpoint.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just forget about the music and we'll just chit chat.
Okay. Well, let's at least say the songs we gave each other, and we don't even have.
And then we don't even have to talk about the music. No. I'm just kidding.
God,
we got a job to do.
Yeah, we do.
We're very apart on this issue though, because like you don't like the songs I gave you. I don't like the songs I gave you.
But you don't like the songs I gave you.
Yeah, because you're holding on to some weird sense of like, these are good. Just Jonathan sitting at home with his cassette player, just like, these are good songs. They're not. They're really bad.
All right, can I at least give you the backstory on the three bands, and then we can put them to bed?
No. We'll talk. We'll do
about the songs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll do the same. I'm just fucking around, but
no, you really didn't like those.
No,
songs.
I really don't like them. No.
And that's fine.
I'm joking. I'm joking about not doing the typical format. Though.
Good. Okay. Well,
we're gonna do our job.
Okay.
But just so you know,
let's go ahead and get into it, because the sooner we get into it, the sooner we'll be done with it.
That's true. We can talk about Fred Durst's penis more.
Like I tell my wife, as soon as you get in this, we're over. And
here's okay. One more. Would you rather set up, because you talked about goiters and watch. I cracked myself up. So you watch an acoustic set by Fred Durst and the guy from Stained,
or because I know what I'm going to say, but go ahead. Or
you have to watch them both masturbate together.
That's the or.
Yeah.
Well, at least one of them won't take long.
Well, that's the thing, is which one's going to take longer. Because that's a real gamble.
Actually, I would go with the first choice.
Yeah, because it's like capped at an hour.
No, as soon as Aaron Lewis strums the first time, I'm going to start talking to like everybody in the crowd about the most pointless whatever. I'm going to like start talking about like, Star Wars or, whatever. And then he'll get so angry after plucking his little guitar for like 30 seconds, and he'll storm off stage, and then Fred Durst will be like, yo, well, what's up, yo, me and my red hat are gonna leave, yo, and then he'll walk off stage, and then I can finish talking to the audience, and we'll have a good time.
Here's the better part about the concert scenario, is they're not gonna play any encores.
No!
But they're gonna encore with the masturbation. It's funny because one of them's really fat.
No, they're both fat now. That's the thing. They're both, and you know what Aaron Lewis does?
Premise: you get to watch two fat guys play guitar. You gotta watch two fat guys jerk off.
And if you've seen how Aaron Lewis like dresses now, okay, I'm all about being comfortable on stage or whatever. Okay, Aaron Lewis wears a T-shirt that's a size too small for him, and he's fat. He walks out on stage in like jeans he found on the floor. A shirt that's either got an American flag on it or an eagle, or it's got or like a, he's got like a, maybe it's like one of those T-shirts with like the timber wolf and the mountains, and it says something about America or his guns or something. You know those shirts, yeah. And it's dirty.
Yeah.
He's got a ball cap on, his glasses, because he can't even like take the time to put his contact lenses in.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt hasn't fit him since, the early 2000s. I don't even know if he's wearing shoes. It looks like he just woke up. He's probably got like a burnt cigarette butt stuck to his bottom lip. And he comes out there and he wants to be serious about his music. And it's like, oh, this song's about America.
By the way, the jerk off option, same outfit.
Only if Scott Stapp from Creed comes out there and does one song with him.
He blows them both. He sucks them both up. What is happening? This podcast is degenerating to nothing.
Oh, wow. So you got Lonnie Aaron Lewis. I'm on the hillside. And then you got Fred Durst. Yo, what's up, yo? And then, Scott Stapp with his, oh, I wish I was laying still. All together.
Dude, Creed's a good band.
I hate Creed. I'm sorry.
Their guitar player's pretty good.
Actually,
That's the only redeeming quality.
yeah, if you take Scott Stapp out of Creed, they're a good band because they became Alter Bridge with a better singer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's basically Creed with a different singer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, he's not all up his own ass.
No. They're actually Alter Bridge's singer is a guy named Miles Kennedy. He's also, here's a couple facts. He's also he's the lead singer for Slash's solo project.
Okay.
And if you saw the movie Rockstar,
I did not.
with Mark Wahlberg about the metal band.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, you'd have to see
Sorry.
it. I'm not going to give it away.
Yeah.
That's it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Mark
alert.
Wahlberg's in Rockstar.
No,
Somebody's going to turn it on and be like, holy shit, that's Mark fucking Wahlberg.
It's loosely based on the story of when Judas Priest got their new lead singer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they changed enough of the story where I think they'd have to pay Judas Priest. So
Hollywood's so fucked up.
I know. But it's actually a fun movie. It's got the band's, like the band that Mark Wahlberg joins, like the guitar player.
Crudest Creased.
No, it's called Steel Dragon. And the guitar player is Zach Wilde.
Oh, cool.
The drummer is Jason Bonham.
Oh, cool.
The bass player he's an actor, and I can't think of his name. He's not a real musician.
Oh, okay.
And then Mark Wahlberg is the lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
And the band, yeah. So you get to see Zach Wilde try to act for. Actually, he didn't really act. Zach Wilde, I don't even think he even realized he was in a movie. He just acted like Zach Wilde the whole movie.
Yeah.
So it's
where are all these cameras here?
he just
Don't worry
drank
about
beer
it.
and played guitar and
Yeah.
did Zach Wilde stuff. So, but
That'll be one of our Patreon episodes. We'll watch that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's very dated, but it's fun.
What year did it come out?
2000, I think. I might be wrong. Maybe 2001.
I was 9.
Okay, well, I was not 9. I was an adult. So yeah, but yeah, it's a fun movie, and you take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's just a fun heavy metal movie.
I'd rather take it with a gram of cocaine. Metal music.
I'm on the cocaine.
What'd it land on?
It landed on me.
All right.
All right, so we will
Start off with this shitty fucking week of music.
Today
I'm
retaliating next week.
That's fine. That's fine. I totally expect it. But just so you know, speaking for the fans, all 3 of them, this week's garbage.
You guys talk amongst yourself during the show,
Yeah,
but if I hear you and you interrupt me,
fucking hear you guys talking shit one more time,
I wrote the song about America.
He yells at the people that are talking during his set, and he's like, "I'll walk off," and they're all like, "Okay."
We're waiting for the puppet show.
Quit saying, yeah. Somebody's gonna come out and finger paint. We're real excited about that.
Okay, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
So the first song I gave you is by the supergroup, The Power Station,
Why is this a super group?
and I'm going to explain to you.
Okay.
It is lead singer Robert Palmer, who had a solo career, and then when he joined the Power Station, after that, his solo career rejuvenated.
Okay.
The band was formed in late 84, late 84, 85. Okay. On guitar and bass were John and, no, I've lost his name, the Taylor brothers from Duran Duran. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I had it all up here, and their drummer was the drummer from the band Chic from the 70s.
Haven't heard of Chic.
Okay, it's spelled Chick, but it's Chic.
Okay.
They're kind of like a funky, and I don't know funk music, but yeah. So you have you have a guitar player and the bass player from Duran Duran, who was very popular in the 80s.
Yeah, I know Duran Duran. They made Freebird. No, sorry, I couldn't think. No, I'm trying to think of a legitimate Duran Duran song.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah.
Rio.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, everybody knows Duran Duran.
Did they do the like on the catwalk song? Like,
no, that was Right Said Fred.
Was it
completely?
Okay. Oh fuck, man. It wasn't Huey Lewis in the News. Sorry.
It was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But they recorded that album, and it was a good album.
Sorry, I just thought of them jerking off again. Sorry, I got to get the image out of my head. Sorry. Okay. All right. Good.
That was their hits. That was a single they released. Some Like It Hot. They did a good cover of T-Rex's "Get It On."
Bang a gong.
Yeah.
So, the B&D Burgers in town, they co-opted that song for their ad, so it's "Get It On B&D Burgers." So that's all I hear.
That ruined it.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, B&D Burgers. And we'll take a little residual for bringing you guys up.
Yeah.
But I mean, and it's very of its time.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't like it.
No.
It's fun. I thought.
Did you want me to like it?
I thought that was one that you might like.
I liked I liked the intro. I thought it was really cool and interesting because they were like playing around with like the drum hits and stuff. It was very like sampling for the 80s, and like they were doing like cool little like EQing things on them and like kind of messing with the rhythm a little bit. But yeah, it's just one of those songs. Like, I feel like it's a song that a lot of people like. Like, I don't think it's like so bad that I can't see why anybody would like it. You know, it's not like on the level of like What Does the Fox Say or like Gucci Gang.
No, not even close.
But what I'm saying it's not like I feel like there's a lot of people on my side. Like, I feel like most of the people are on your side about it. But it's like Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits. Like, I fucking hate that song, and everybody loves it. So it might just be me.
I like that song. It's not my favorite Dire Straits song.
I hate that song.
But I'm a big Dire Straits fan.
Sometimes things get like too stylized for me, and it's almost like where it's like I feel like a lot of times in like more popular music, people co-opt things like reggae or calypso or Latin music. Like they co-opt certain elements and then they make a pop song and they just kind of it's not as cool as if like, do you know what I mean? Like I would rather listen to a calypso tune than like this thing that like took calypso percussion and they made a fucking pop song about.
Yeah.
You know, I don't fill in the blank, but
yeah.
My point is like it's cool to a point, and then the lyrics are just they're not there for me. Like there's
not a lot of substance to the lyrics, but it's like I said, it's very of its time.
Is this something like people would go like to the discotheque to like dance to? Is that because it's super rhythmic? And this is like a song like it.
But it had a little bit of a rock and roll flavor to it, and I'm stretching by saying that.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, but I would think anybody who is maybe 3 years younger than me would not like the song or have ever heard of it. So I can understand, like, it is literally of its time.
Yeah.
So I understand now why you don't like it.
Yeah. I'm too hardcore into Limp Bizkit for some pussy shit like this.
Well, obviously, I mean, you like bands who don't have any talent.
That's right.
And I can totally understand that.
I would rather, I like listening to bands with no talent than bands with like some talent. And that's what I would say about this song is like there's some talent in these musicians. Like the drummer, very talented.
Well, he was in a 70s funk band.
Yeah.
So he has that rhythm, that good rhythm to him.
Is the singer dead?
Yes, he is. Unfortunately,
thank God.
He is.
All right. Hey, you were pulling out the stops with what's her name Baker last week, so.
Yeah, but we're all glad she's dead.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of people that are glad Robert Palmer's dead.
Well,
his name is Robert Palmer.
His name is
Robert Palmer.
But yeah. Okay.
Oh no shit! I was at the grocery store the other day, and they asked this guy his name or whatever, and he said Robert Paulson, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I can't drive by Paulson Street here in town
Yeah.
without thinking of that.
Yeah. I got up to the cashier and I was like, his name is Robert Paulson, and the guy just like blanked me, and I was like, Fight Club, and then he blanked me again, and I was like, all right, well. Anyway, so why do you like this song?
I honestly I don't know.
Were you like? So how old were you when this came out?
I was 9.
Okay, so like,
and let me give you the backstory.
Did you fall out of the treehouse at the exact moment this song came on? Is that what happened?
I didn't get to have a treehouse when I was growing up. So thanks for opening that.
Because you're not rich like me. God, do you want us to have a house with a treehouse or a garage?
Which one?
He gave us both.
And then cancer.
So why do you like this song?
Okay, so and I'll try not to get too long-winded so we can move on to the incredibly awesome song you gave me. But when I first heard this song, and I was just getting into like heavy metal back then, and this song is definitely nowhere near heavy metal by any means.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they premiered on Saturday Night Live when the album came out, and they played this song as their first song, and then they played the T-Rex cover as their second song. Well, the band, like Robert Palmer always wears 3-piece suits, and you'd have to look up a picture of him if you haven't. You know, he's a good-looking guy, blonde hair, you know, looks like the kind of guy that's going to, you know, sell you funeral insurance.
Okay.
But he's got this voice. I like his voice. He really does have a good voice. That probably wasn't the best song to hear his voice on, but he does have a really demanding voice. And then the rest of the band looked like rockers out there playing. And I thought, this is really interesting. And I just kind of, you know, I was 9.
There's a visual element to it,
but
as
I like
well.
the song, and it
well,
just stuck with
more.
me.
You got like more of a full experience, and it was like you said, it was of the time.
And then a year later, his solo career resurged, and he started you'd hear him on the radio and on TV and stuff, and he was I just thought he was a really cool guy, and his influences, and you'll hear it, you probably won't, but if you go and listen to his solo stuff, he was really influenced by like R&B, hard rock, you know, a couple of the other like old like 50s style tunes, like all these different genres that don't mix. He loved all of those, so he tried to put like elements of them in his solo work. Yeah, he was really into heavy metal, and he didn't make any heavy metal songs. Yeah, but it kind of had a feel of, this sounds like, you know, this guy probably could make a metal record if he wanted to. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, but that was it. But I still love his voice. I think he has a great voice, and you know, to me,
yeah, it's like kind of, it's vanilla for me. There's like not enough like personality in it. It just sounds like. And speaking of, that's kind of my theme for the week, unintentionally, is like a lack of personality.
But to be fair, if I heard that song for the first time today, like right now, I probably wouldn't have that connection with it. Yeah. So
sorry to ruin your childhood.
No. Fleetwood Mac did that. Yeah. Yeah. So
driving through Georgia. Panama City.
We're flipping because I already know you didn't like that song, so we'll flip it.
Yeah. Which one did I even pitch first? Was it
Good Charlotte?
Oh, yeah, Good Charlotte.
Which I had said before, I didn't even know they were still around.
Last December.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of so it kind of makes more sense with the second two, obviously. So what I wanted to do Blink 182, Green Day, and then like Alien Ant Farm or a band like that. I looked into a couple. So Blink 182 and Green Day fit the criteria because they were bands that once were extremely popular, and not necessarily like they didn't have to be in the pop punk like realm, just like really popular bands that kind of got my generation more into things like punk and rock and roll and just sort of that kind of broad range of bands. And then I looked at Alien Ant Farm, and they haven't had an album anytime recently. I think the last time was like 2015, and I was like, okay, that's a little too far. And then I checked out some other bands, and it was kind of the same situation. So I landed on Good Charlotte because I remember that they had some radio hits, maybe like 2 or 3.
Maybe.
I was trying to get Alien Ant Farm though, because they had that cool cover of like Smooth Criminal and movies.
Well, they covered Smooth Criminal.
I thought it was pretty cool. Like, it's okay. Like in terms of if you're gonna cover Michael Jackson, like
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the original, so
oh well then yeah.
I'm not gonna like some
Yeah.
new metal version of her.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But anyway,
So anyway, so the bands that were once really popular, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna find their most recent release. And Green Day, there was a little bit of I had to finagle it a little bit because basically the way I did it was I went through the top songs by those artists on Spotify until I found one off of the most recent album. And for Green Day, I tried to get the most recent album to come up, and none of the top songs were on the most recent album. So I had to go to the previous one, but it was only a year earlier, so I think it's fine. And so I found the most popular song off of the most recent album, and then that's what I pitched.
okay.
So Good Charlotte, Last December. Thoughts?
I mean, it was just
super bad.
It was very cookie cutter. It literally could have been any of those bands.
And that's kind of what I was getting at with this week, is I was listening to all of these, and I was like, not only if you showed me these songs, would I not be able to tell you who did them, but if you did tell me that all of them were done by Blink-182, or all of them were done by Good Charlotte, or all of them were done by Green Day, I'd believe you.
Yeah, I would
because we were talking. There's no personality to these. It's like
no.
It's super trendy. They're just trying to go with like a lot of the popular music tropes right now. Some of the things that I really liked about these bands, just broad range when I was looking into a lot of them, is that there was a lot of personality. Like if I heard a Blink-182 song, like I knew just Mark Hoppus or Tom DeLonge, like I knew by their voice that it was a Blink-182 song. I knew exactly what Billy Joe Armstrong sounded like.
Which is ironic because he doesn't sound like Billy Joe Armstrong in that song.
I could not tell. I genuinely, if you held a gun to my head, would not have gotten any of these right.
I literally had to look the song up and make sure it wasn't one of the other members singing.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a little bit.
You could have, honestly, told, probably not with like Last December, but the Green Day song, like you could have told me it was Jonas Brothers and I would have believed you. I would have been like, this chorus is a little weird for Jonas Brothers, but
yeah.
I would have believed you. So Good Charlotte, Last December, kind of about like, I guess like it's sort of an introspective look on life. Sort of down because it's like, oh, nobody gives a shit, and my friend died, and all his friends they were super shitty at his funeral, but that's okay, and like because nobody cares, and then it's over.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing about that song was that would have worked a little bit better 15 years ago if Good Charlotte had recorded it then, instead of them being 15 years older, and it's still sounding like some whiny, early 20s. I'm sure these guys are probably in their 40s now.
To be fair, this is probably leaps and bounds more introspective and deep than what they were doing when they were at the height of their popularity. Because you got to think the number one song was "Girls Don't Like Boys, Girls Like Cars and Money."
Oh God, that was a terrible time for
boys
rock and roll.
will laugh at girls when they're not funny.
I never liked Good Charlotte, and I would still just, this song was just blah.
Yeah.
There's nothing
bland
to it. It was.
And like I said, I didn't seek this song out. I just had a formula that I was sticking to, and this is what came up.
I mean, this could be a Burger King commercial for all I know, or
It's a fucking great way to sell burgers.
like it was just so. Like,
I can't even.
systematic.
I really can't even remember what it sounds like. I can kind of remember what Father of All sort of sounds like, and then kind of Darkside. Like that's the thing is like each week. I mean, even with the bad songs like Gucci Gang, I know exactly how Gucci Gang sounds.
And then,
Dirt Road. Like I could just think about it real quick. Opening acoustic guitar. I've got it. I know exactly what that song sounds like. I forget what these songs sound like.
Yeah.
I know Father of All. The chorus is like, oh, honey.
Yeah. But
They kind of sing it weird.
But I've heard that chorus 100 times. I mean, I went back, and this morning I listened to them again like twice.
I tried to. I couldn't listen to any of them.
No, it blended together. I'm serious. I was halfway through the second song before I realized it was a different song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So recommend Last December?
No.
Okay.
I won't ever listen to it. Not this December. I would rather listen to Long December by Counting Crows.
I love that song.
Actually, it's not a bad song, so I shouldn't knock that. I would rather listen to Aaron Lewis covered Long December in his too tight t-shirt.
As he's jerking off.
And his dirty... You think, like, I never saw what's on his hat, but...
Probably a swastika.
I was thinking maybe it was like what are those hats that are popular, or like an I'm gonna say Ed Hardy hat, or not an Ed Hardy.
He's definitely wearing Ed Hardy underwear for sure.
Yes. Whatever that popular brand is, probably Salt Life hat or something like that.
I mean, yeah, it might be, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's move on. So you can hurt my feelings.
Jerk by the Jerks.
The song I picked was Jerk
Featuring Jerk.
by the Neurotic Outsiders.
And I just thought of them beating off again. Sorry.
Do you need some time alone with the camera going?
Yeah. Now we'll really get into Would You Rather. All right, so Jerk by the Neurotic Outsiders. I like the name.
Yeah.
Neurotic Outsiders. That's pretty cool. That's something I'll say is like each of these bands have a cool name, and then they don't deliver on it.
I like this grouping, and this song came out in I want to say 95, 96. It came out in 96 because I was living in Statesboro at the time.
I was 4.
I was 20. So
There you go.
but it came on, and it was actually on the radio a lot. And the band Neurotic Outsiders, and it's the only album they ever did.
Thank God.
Is it's quite the pedigree, and you're going to hear a repeated name here in a second. The lead singer, guitar player, is Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols.
Okay.
The bass player is Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
The other guitar player is, once again, John Taylor from Duran Duran.
Ugh.
So we got him on 2 bands right now. And the drummer...
Maybe he's the problem. Is he on the third song too?
he's
Oh,
not.
okay.
And the drummer was Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
And what
Well,
was...
that's always good when there's 2 members in the power group.
So...
Chickenfoot taught us that.
Well... Oh, yeah. See, at least I didn't give you any chicken foot.
Yeah.
But it was...
That Cabo Wabo fat fuck up there still pretending like he's wanted in Van Halen.
Well, you know, at least he's alive. But
Sammy Hunger.
So what's interesting about this band? I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this.
There's something interesting about this band.
Well, no,
Do tell.
the between Steve Jones, Duff McKagan, and John Taylor, they swapped all vocal duties. So you have 3 singers in the band.
Oh, and they're all horrible.
Tell me what you really feel.
Yeah.
But it was once again, it's different. I liked it because it was just a fun kind of punk-ish song.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call them punk by any means.
Yeah, you know about as much about punk as you do about funk.
If I can call them punkish when Green Day can call themselves punk,
Yeah.
they're
Well,
about as,
they had the hairstyle and they trimmed their pubes. So
they're
punk rock.
Oh yeah, punk rock. They're about
I
as
don't know
punk rock
anything
as
about
Slim
punk rock.
Whitman. Actually, Slim Whitman was more punk rock.
Who's Slim Whitman?
That's going way
That's
back.
another can of worms.
That's another one.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Mars Attacks?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
You know
I was
the-
real young.
You know the record that they played that killed the Martians? The grandma played the record and it started blowing the Martians' heads up.
Sorry.
That was like the whole plot of the end of the movie. That's how they killed the
I
Martians.
swear I was really young when I
You
watched
need to
it.
watch it again. That was Slim Whitman. In fact, I had that same record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just in case.
No, it was.
In case of invasion, break glass.
It was.
Don't listen to this record otherwise.
But I mean, that was what Neurotic Outsiders was. It was just kind of a one in the bag. Basically, just 4 friends kind of jamming, making that kind of music. It's punkish, just kind of out there. It's nothing. And I don't think anybody even remembers that band except, of course, me.
Yeah. No, it
And-
definitely defeats my theory that the one-off supergroups are at least bearable. I'm really not trying to talk shit. This is like pretty much every other supergroup that's a one-off that I've found is like I can tolerate. Like, so for example, Them Crooked Vultures, Oysterhead, and then that's kind of as far as I can remember right now. But like those are ones that have one album.
Yeah.
So they're kind of passable. But then if you like look at like Chickenfoot, who's got 12 albums now and nobody's listened to him? Just 2, yeah.
And I was going to mix it up. Now, the point was I wanted to give you supergroups that I'm pretty sure you had never heard of.
Definitely haven't heard of
I
them.
could have thrown...
I haven't heard of most of the people in these supergroups.
I mean, I could have thrown you Mad Season or Temple of the Dog or...
I've heard of Temple of the Dog.
Yeah. I could have thrown those at you.
That's the Alice in Chains cover band.
No, not even close.
No, I know. It's Chris Cornell's in that.
Yeah. And Mad Season actually is Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, Mike McCready from Pearl Jam.
Okay.
Yeah, they put out one record.
Temple of the Dog was for somebody.
It was
right?
for Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone.
Yeah.
It was a tribute album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But and
I think you told me that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, even though as much as I hate him, I could have thrown like Audio Slave at you. Even though
I like Audio Slave.
Audio Slave would be great.
Well, I've been watching.
If Tom Morello was not in the band.
Jerking. Yeah, that's the thing.
hate
Those
his
solos
playing.
are so bad. And that's the thing is like you're kind of talking of the time. I really appreciate Tom Morello's ability to turn the guitar into something else when it's like almost like a percussive
Yeah.
almost like a synthesizer when he solos. And it was really cool in Rage of the Machine. It kind of made, it was a very essential component of that band, but then it like kind of comes over into Audioslave, and he's got like these really long solos that just aren't really that interesting.
No, they're boring.
But in terms of like A-B part chord progressions, he's phenomenal at coming up with those parts. Like just really heavy, grindy kind of like
but
riffs.
when you've got the same solo for, I mean,
I don't like that part.
I
agree.
I compare him to like Kirk Hammett, number one, and Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana has been playing the same solo for like 50 years.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't care what, I mean, he's always on these top lists of great guitar players. And like, no, he's not. He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's, and so is Tom Morello. And I'm sorry. I don't like his music.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's like a very like technically proficient person,
No.
or like even like an I don't know, because like you have somebody like Jimi Hendrix who's extremely interesting but almost kind of like sloppy. Like it's not that he doesn't have technical ability, he just doesn't have like he's not very precise is what I would say, but it's super interesting. And Tom Morello has like a kind of a thing he does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Very stylized, like very personally stylized even.
Right. It's just, it doesn't mesh with me.
Yeah.
It's just boring. And then, it's like, and his solos are way too long for as bad as they are. So
I could agree with that, yeah.
So, Neurotic Outsiders, Jerk. Yay, nay?
Rewind all that. Out of the three, it was probably the best.
Okay.
Because they actually did some stuff with the lyrics that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's a fun song.
kind of.
If you like it.
If you're into things that are mildly fun.
I still love that song.
Well, can't all be winners.
See, it's in my head right now.
Yeah. You're
But
a bitch. I'm a bitch. We're both bitches.
But I'm a big fan of Steve Jones, which, by the way, he is, and this probably wasn't the best example, but he's actually an amazing guitar player, and he is so underrated. I mean, if you go back and actually listen to the Sex Pistols music, like the guitar playing is really tight and it's really good.
Then how come nobody's ever written a song about him like they have about Johnny Rotten? This is the story of
Steve
Johnny
Jones.
Rotten.
I don't know.
It's the story of Mike motherfucking Jones.
Maybe Steve Jones will write a song about Neil Young, and then
Oh yeah, Neil Young did write that song.
yeah, Neil Young did the song about Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
Was it Out of the Blue, Into the Black, whatever that song was called?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't like Neil Young very much.
I'm a fair weather Neil Young fan.
Yeah.
I don't dislike him,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can listen to some of his stuff,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Like Last Kiss.
That wasn't Neil Young. Not even close.
No, I know.
Anyway. All right, well, we're just going to get over this. Let's go. Let's just move on.
See, this is how I know that it's terrible music, because we're just pushing past it.
No, I literally feel like I'm at the dentist right now.
Why?
Because I had to listen to those 3 songs you gave me. And I know you hate the songs I gave you, which I was a little shocked, but it's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like them.
But I'm into good music. Just setting me up.
Wow.
No, it's just not my thing.
I know, and I get it.
Yeah.
And that album and that supergroup was also very much of its time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you had to have liked that kind of music in 1996.
I didn't. I liked things like Wheels on the Bus and that little doggy in the window.
You like that now. You made me listen to that on the way here.
That's true. Ferguson's cover of it anyway. Now we just come out and said it, so
Now we're just...
get ready for that returning joke.
There we go.
What? Maybe we should beep the name.
We should.
Okay, I'll go beep the name. Hang on, let me check the time. All right. Only about 3 hours in. Got it. Beep.
Now we got to beep it twice.
That's fine.
We need to come up with a pseudonym. How about
What's the guy from Stain's name?
Aaron Lewis.
Okay, Lewis Aaron. Yeah.
I was going to think of something a little bit better, like
like
maybe.
That's so. Now I got to bleep that.
I mean, Joe Smith.
Too generic.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
How about? It's got to be something retarded.
Now you got to bleep that because we can't use that word.
I can use that word.
Oh, you can?
Kid Rock can. And as a Kid Rock fan, I can.
Okay.
If he gets to say midget, I get to say retard.
So, let's say I'm a fan of NWA.
Mm-hmm.
That opens up a whole lot of words I get to use. And no one
Sure,
can do
yeah.
anything
Go to
about.
Shadell's, yell him out.
Yeah.
That's what I tell That's what I tell every person that asks me. I think I said it last week.
Yeah, you did.
It's like, why can't I use it? You can.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 43rd Street. Say it as much as you want.
Yeah, go down to
Go
Yamagra
nuts.
Village.
Go nuts. That's the thing, though, is like I was thinking about it more, and like, I mean, obviously it goes without saying they're not asking like why they can't actually say the word. They're saying why can't I say it without consequences?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that you should just know the reason why.
Right. I mean, but people are just stupid.
Sure.
I mean, just bottom line.
People listening to necrotic outskirters.
Oh boy.
This episode is nothing but setups for me to be a douchebag to musicians that are wildly more successful than myself.
Exactly.
Like Aaron Lewis. No, so we got to come up with a name for him real quick before we move on.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
We should do Robert something. Robert? Yeah. Something along the lines of Robert Paulson.
Mm-hmm. How about...
Or Robbie Pauly, something like that. Robbie
No Talent.
Well, now they know who we're talking about again. Robbie Robertson.
That sounds too much like Robbie Robertson from the band.
What band?
The band.
They blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. It's going to amaze people what I know about music and what I don't know about music.
I'm amazed.
Like, Kurt Cobain, who? But the band.
Kurt Cobain. He's that guy, his wife shot him in the head. Mm-hmm. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dortney Cove.
Yeah.
Hang on. Robbie Six String.
Robbie Six String.
Dude.
Yes. So what we'll do is
I gotta beep those.
We'll
and
beep
then
them all out.
Or I'll just go in and I'll hard cut Robbie Six String.
I can do that. I can fix it when I do the edit.
I'll do it.
Even better. So that way I don't have to do it. Robbie Six String.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Robbie Six String.
On to the important stuff. Green Day.
Green Day. No, you skipped Blink 182.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Blink.
Which
I thought it was the same band. Blink 182, Darkside. Can't remember what it sounds like.
I can't either. And I listened to it like 4 hours ago.
I think I genuinely blocked it out of my memory. Blink-182 is one of those bands. How I first discovered them, super into football around the time I was 12, which would have been 2004. You were 35. And I got that version of Madden, had Michael Vick on the cover. I was really into the Falcons.
Oh, you like dogfighting too?
Okay. Super into it. He actually got me into breeding pit bulls for war. And
I lived in I saw him play his final season at Virginia Tech. That's
really?
That's why I lived up there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
His brother went there too.
Yeah, his brother went there.
Stomped a guy. And he got kicked out.
Well, no, that's not why I got kicked out. I got kicked out because he was having little drinking and drug parties with underage girls.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All the good ones do.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, back to your story about Michael Vick.
So in this game, you could it's kind of like trading card games. You could earn like cards by like playing like almost like mini games. And they had a soundtrack while you'd be playing these mini games, and there was like some rap on there and some rock. And Blink-182's "Feeling This" off of one of their, I guess it was like a 2003 or 2002 song, something like that, was on it. And that was my first exposure to Blink-182. Mm-hmm. Thought it was pretty cool music. It's kind of interesting. Really got into Travis Barker as a drummer. I think he's phenomenal. And that's not up for debate. He's a really good drummer.
I have nothing against his drumming. I don't like him as a person.
What, his face tattoos?
No, I just don't like him.
Yeah.
But as a musician, I'm not going to argue that he is a great drummer.
He's got the same disease shit I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fun fact. Yeah.
I was trying to go somewhere funny with it, but I really had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So
it's horrible, crippling pain.
So you have a disease where you're in a horrible band that's going nowhere?
That's right. Yeah. Okay, and then we come out, and we fire the one interesting guy in our band. And
you change lead singers, and I couldn't even tell the difference.
I should have looked that up. Who the new lead singer is? He's somebody important. Colin Powell.
I was about to say if he was important, he wouldn't be in Blink-182.
Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, it's Condoleezza Rice. That's her new gig with
But yeah, I don't know, because here's the thing about Blink-182 is like they were constantly doing offshoots where it was typically like two of the dudes in Blink-182 making another band, and it just was like worse Blink-1. So Angels and Airwaves was one. It was like Boxcar, something like that, and it was just like different sections of the, because like Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus never got along, because Tom DeLonge wanted to sing about aliens and Mark Hoppus wanted to sing about pussy, and they just like, I don't know. Again,
they could have mixed those two genres together. But
this song has zero personality. It could have been any of the other ones. I wouldn't have known. It's just so flat. Like, I'm going to the dark side with you.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. It didn't. Yeah. But I've never been a fan of theirs. The only song I can really remember was the video where they're running around naked. Was that What's My Age Again? Is that the name of that song?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And Trish loves that song. I never liked them. They're just the same old stuff. That's it's like old hat, man. This has been beaten to death for 30 years.
Sure.
You're not bringing anything fresh to the table.
Well, and that's kind of the thing is like, how long does a band stick around and like maintain relevance and actual quality music? I just don't think it happens. So
I mean, they were popular when they came out, though, and you might not remember that, but they were actually very popular. They were on the radio, and they were on on the MTVs and the
because they had something interesting. And here's one of my arguments. I think Mark Hoppus is a better singer. Tom DeLonge has a way more interesting voice. Like it's kind of like gritty and like higher register, but I would way rather listen to Tom DeLonge sing than Mark Hoppus, who's like more like white bread kind of singing, Plus, he always wants to sing about girls, and it's like, if you're in your 40s and you're singing about chicks, like, and it's not your wife or like your daughter or something, it's just weird.
Yeah.
By the way, you probably shouldn't. I'm going to sing about chicks, my daughter.
And if I want to hear a middle-aged man sing about chicks, that's why Motley Crue was still around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somebody knows out there slinging dick.
Yeah. Mark
Hoppus it's sad because he's a international superstar, and he probably still gets rejected at the local bar. Him and Aaron Lewis just crying in the corner.
Just crying over there. They're too tight T-shirts.
We'll leave. Okay,
please. I heard the Muppets were coming out later.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It just
It was just cookie cutter.
Yeah.
And it's another one of those bands and songs where it could have been released 15 years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
For all I know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if it was released 15 years ago, it had a decent chance of being a decent Blink-182 song.
But now it just sounds like.
Here's my favorite thing that's happened in 2020 is now the Pentagon is being forced to release everything they have on UFOs, and Tom DeLonge is experiencing a redemption arc, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, he's totally like into that.
Yeah, and that's the thing is now people are like, oh, maybe he isn't out of his fucking mind.
Oh, I'm into UFOs, so that's like the only thing me and him have in common.
Yeah. Don't waste your time
and
on
that we're
me.
both not
You're
in that band anymore.
Already the voice inside my head. I cry every time I hear that song.
Let's move along. So a big old thumbs down.
I figured.
And let's get through this one. You're probably gonna rake me on this one, but
fuck yeah.
All right, this was the band is called Spies for Darwin.
Cool name.
I'll tell you where it came from in a minute. They released
so interesting.
one EP called Microfish.
That was on this one.
No, yeah, they only have one EP. This is it. What I get out of
could have fooled me.
Submission and Love, I think, is a song I gave you.
You had to think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my brain is like mush right now.
Yeah, well, it's also bad music.
This is a serious one. They didn't put together a full record.
In a position. Kid Rock hangs out with a midget.
So this band, I'm gonna get through this as quick as we can. Then
we can chill. It's all good. I'm just talking shit because I
know.
I'm just talking shit.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry about it.
But
we're getting more into that dynamic, which I like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so this was comprised of Vinny Dombrinsky, which you probably never heard of him. Nope. He's the lead singer of the band Sponge.
Also never heard of.
They were big. They're still around, but they were big in the mid-90s.
Okay.
16 candles down the drain.
Are you singing a sea shanty? What the fuck is that?
Also in the band.
Cutting and rum and stealing bourbon.
The guitar player is Chris DeGarmo, who was the guitar player for Queensryche.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, he was. And then bass player and drummer from Alice in Chains, Mike Inez and Sean Kinney from Alice in Chains. Yes.
Rings a bell. Have you ever talked about them before?
No. They had a song, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Chicken.
Smells like chicken.
Smells like teen chicken.
And this was
smells like teen pussy.
that was R. Kelly's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still gonna go there.
It smells like piss.
Yeah. I've got a pee on you.
Yeah.
It's that Chappelle show.
Yeah. I'm gonna piss on you.
But it was a literal like one-off hanging out. They had nothing to do. It
Sounds like it.
2001. They just did it, and that's really all there is to it. I mean, it was just. But I knew that was going to be the one supergroup that I knew that you'd never heard of. Because you really had to like I only heard of them because
especially if they only released an EP and
and it wasn't widely known or anything, and they didn't really tour. I only knew of it because I'm an Alice in Chains fan and had heard of it, and I like Sponge too. I like them, and you'd have to listen to Sponge to decide if you didn't like them,
right?
Which you probably wouldn't like them because
you never know.
Actually, you might.
Yeah, you never know.
Don't listen to any Sponge yet.
Okay.
I might slip a little Sponge in you later. On the show.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
But I mean, and that's about it. There's really, I could have given you any of the songs off that EP, to be honest with you. I mean, I enjoy it. It's my least favorite of the three I gave you.
Why'd you give me your least favorite?
Of the three songs I gave you.
Oh, I thought you meant off of the EP.
No,
sorry.
Of the three. But I just thought it was an interesting little grouping that just kind of happened and then disappeared without trace.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So, thoughts, opinions.
It's probably the greatest band that never was.
You know what? For that, I'm coming in here next week with my Too Tight T-shirt.
Okay.
My America hat.
Okay.
And my jeans that we drug behind the truck on the way here.
Just stuff them in the exhaust.
I think he wears flip flops when he goes out and plays guitar.
But it's those ones with like the soft sole that get like real black and dirty from your gross ass feet. He you know what he wears?
What?
Birkenstocks.
I was gonna say Crocs, but
Birkencrocs.
Birkencrocs. So
yeah, I don't.
Anyway.
I don't know. I don't like the song. It's like fucking. You want to get into it deep? Like I
Not
just.
really.
Here's why I don't like the song. It sucks. Really had to check the depths of my soul for that one. Get down, assume the position. Get down. I like my version. Chris Rock hangs out with a midget.
I like that one.
Yeah. I don't know. It just didn't really bring up a whole lot of inspiration to me. Just kind of. I'm glad to know they didn't try real hard. That's kind of a good. Like if this was like they're really close to making it, and then I'd be like, I wonder why.
There were already 4 successful musicians already.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a.
Again, it's me talking shit about 4 musicians who are wildly more popular than I am. It just it just didn't hit the right notes with me.
Fine.
And it's weird because, like, I mean, there's songs that I would show you that you would be like, this is absolute garbage. But I like it. And that, you know, that's kind of the cool thing about music is, like, you know, it was absolutely just kind of Russian roulette as to, like, whether I'm going to like songs you send me or not. And this week just happened to be every single chamber was full of with a bullet. By the way, we should bring up real quick. Here's what I want to do. We'll not recommend. Don't check out. Wait, tell me why they're named that real quick.
Okay, when they were rehearsing and working on this record, in their studio, like across the street or down the street, there was this lean-to that this guy lived in, and his name was Darwin. And he was always like telling him when they weren't in the studio, he would keep an eye on things for him, even though he had no access to the studio whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just some crazy old guy. Well,
and this was in Seattle?
Yeah, in the Seattle area.
Okay, yeah.
So when during the course of recording, he came over and approached him and said, guys, I'm going to be going out of town for a little while. You mind keeping an eye out on my place? And one of the members said to the other, well, I guess now we're the spies for Darwin. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of stuck because they were spying on Darwin's lean-to for him. That's it. I mean, it's like...
Yeah. But landed about as flat as their music.
Ouch.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to flip this.
Yes.
And we're not going to talk about Green Day. Yeah, we're gonna skip over it. Father of all, garbage song, garbage people.
Garbage. That actually was worth you destroying the 3 songs I gave you for us to not have to talk about Green Day.
Yeah, we're gonna skip it, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about your buddy Jeremy. We're gonna talk about the potential hot sauce. I know that it may never come up, but
no, it might.
Kind of like the idea of like a lemon pepper sauce.
Yeah.
So your buddy Jeremy, go ahead and walk people through it.
Okay, his name is...
He's probably the only person watching this, so hey, Jeremy,
even
ready to hear
isn't. And I meant to bring his bottle. I'll bring his bottle next week, and I'll show you guys. But
this was unplanned, so...
Yeah, totally unplanned. A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine named Jeremy Bauer, he creates his own hot sauce, and the brand name is called M.F.Hotsauce, and he has several different flavors. Recently, I got to sit in with him as he created what he calls Honey Badger, which is a honey mustard hot sauce, a little spicy, delicious. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get him to maybe work with us and create a lemon pepper sauce for the show brand, since we're, with the lemon pepper, with the lemon roulette is what we're thinking about calling it. I was trying to remember what name you had said.
Roulette.
But he's totally cool with maybe us working it out. But out there in TV land, if you guys go to his Instagram page, M.F.Hotsauce, he's got a Facebook page, M.F.Hotsauce. Check him out. He's not where he's distributing right now as of the day we're recording this. But
maybe by the time this comes out, yeah. But if he starts, by the time we release this, I'll put a link in.
We'll put a link. Maybe we'll get him on the show. But if you live in the Savannah area, please come see him. He's at all these like outdoor markets that are around town. Mm-hmm. Come see him. Buy his sauces. They are absolutely amazing. And this guy, this is all homemade. This is something he just started doing, last year during quarantine, just to kind of mess around, see if he could do it. Absolutely amazing. I love my brother Jeremy, and he makes good stuff. So hopefully we can get our lemon roulette made, and we will definitely. I think we'll make it available to our Patreon viewers.
Yeah.
So we'll do something with that. I'm not putting anything in stone yet, but
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome guy, Jeremy Bauer, M.F.Hotsauce, and I'll actually for the YouTube channel, I'll put his logo up on the screen. It's really cool. It's his face that someone drew like with a pepper up to his ear.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, it's a hot pepper up to his face.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thought it was just a big red dick.
Yeah, because that's how you saw it.
Then again, I just think everything's a big red dick. That was funny. I was grilling him on that when he was showing us the bottle, and I was like, "Excuse me, where are your nutrition facts?"
Yeah. You're the one that was like busting his bubble. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
No. Well, he doesn't have to put them on there right now, but when he
Yeah.
But he's working on that.
For
But
sure.
But yeah.
The best thing about hot sauce is there's not a whole lot of nutrition facts just to report. It's like no calories. There's nothing in it. You just report the ingredients, really. So
yeah, he said the big thing is he's got to put all the like possible allergens in it.
yeah.
And it's basically whatever's in his kitchen that has an allergen. Because like I said, I sat in with him last week while he created a batch, and it was just like the most total laid back thing. He's got his kitchen. He's in his kitchen. One side is where he's making everything, and then this side he's got his desk and his office. And every time he like adds a sprinkle or just a touch of something, he's like, updating that recipe. So. And he's also a really cool guy, a real fun guy to be around.
He's the one person I've met that's in the Wolfpack that isn't an absolute douchebag. I haven't. He's the only person I've met from the Wolfpack besides you.
Okay, well, I'll edit that out.
No, don't edit it out.
No,
he's the only person in the Wolfpack I've met.
Okay,
I don't know anybody else that's in the Wolfpack.
Well, we're all good guys. So
I was just making a joke. It's kind of like when you're like, "Oh, I'm your favorite brother," and it's your only brother. It's because him and you.
Oh, okay.
I was like, he's the only one that's not a douchebag.
Oh, that means I am.
That's the joke. The best part about jokes is when you have to explain why they're funny.
The best part of how I don't ever get any jokes because I'm like stupid.
We're starting to connect though. Like,
I think we
dude,
are.
that fucking man, you had me crying with that Kid Rock shit. And we're talking about them up on stage jerking off. Dude, I was laughing so hard.
So yeah. So we got some time.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if there was anything interesting that I could discuss.
I don't know. Bring up a song that doesn't suck.
Wow. Maybe
Bound with the pound. What is it?
Ball with a ball to ball. With a ball.
I don't know why I think that's so funny. It just tickles me in just the right way.
Maybe I can find something that Robbie Six String did.
Ooh, yeah. Bringing him back.
We can't mention his song titles though because they'll know who he is. We'll have to make up song titles.
Yeah, only in
Robbie Six String with his song. He actually did a cover of "Ball with the Ball to Ball to Ball."
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Did he really? Oh, okay. I was like, wait,
awesome?
how did he do it?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
He even got his own midget.
Drop my pick again. But like the area we're talking about has so few people to pull from that the midget's taller than him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Robbie Six Strings. Robbie Six Strings.
Yeah. Robbie Six Strings. 6 picks. He keeps track.
Yeah. And he's one of those things like there's these stupid things. When I first learned guitar, it's like a pick sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So you like pull. Like this is where you store them and pull them out.
Oh,
I always looked at it. I was like, why do you don't need that?
All you need is a piece of tape on your mic stand.
Is that what that is? I thought that was a special pick holder.
No, it's just tape.
Shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I had no idea. Yeah.
It's just tape. It's like double-sided tape. And they run it down the mic stand and they just stick them on there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Cool.
Yeah. Some people will put it on their guitar itself and have it,
I don't like
I've seen
that,
them. Yeah, a lot of people don't know because it messes up your guitar finish. But mic stand is just a piece of metal.
Yeah.
So, I have an interesting thing that happened this week.
Okay. I'll be the judge of that.
I was at Mood Rights.
Our favorite little watering hole.
Yeah, and Trisha just left to go make dinner, and I was like, well, I'm gonna maybe have one or two, then I'll be right behind you. So this girl that we talked to a lot, just a friend, she's younger, got younger ideas, and so we got to talking.
By that you mean stupid?
No, just a younger perspective. Just good kid. I'm sure she's fine. So we were chatting just a little bit, and we kind of, and I don't normally do this, but kind of stuck our toe in politics for a second.
Uh-oh.
Which, even if I'm talking with someone about politics or religion, no matter if I agree with them or I don't agree with them, as long as we can keep it civil, then I don't really get upset at all about someone else's opinion. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just whatever. If you're intelligent,
yeah,
and you are having you come to your conclusion in an intelligent manner, then I can respect that you are intelligent and are actually able to form an opinion that you didn't read, on TV or from Aaron Lewis. Mm-hmm. So we were just basic, just the most mundane, political chit chat, just nothing that was going anywhere in any direction. Just basically we didn't even, there was no sides to pick. We basically agreed we don't like any politicians whatsoever. Just a very friendly chit chat. So there's this guy sitting on the other side of me at the bar, and I'm not even paying any attention to this dude, right? And then all of a sudden, he just stands up and he turns around to us, and he was like, I couldn't help but, I was eavesdropping on your
good start
on your conversation, and I honestly I don't remember what all he said, because even at that point I was already blocking him out. Mm-hmm. But it was something about how stupid we are and how we didn't know what we were talking about, or something to those, just the typical reaction when you say something and someone is so uneducated and they don't agree with what you have to say, so they immediately have to just, first of all, butt into our conversation, because I didn't pull on his sleeve or anything or ask him his opinion.
Hey, what do you think?
Excuse me, Mr. Nugent, can you tell me exactly how you feel?
Sounds like you weren't even facing him.
No, we weren't.
Yeah.
And he literally was like, I was eavesdropping and I just got to say, and just blah, blah, blah.
By the
blah,
way,
blah.
when you start that with people, regardless of what it is, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Just by the way, if just in terms of how we should all communicate with each other, you're the asshole. If you interrupt people's conversations to tell them what you think, you're the asshole. And you've spent too much time on Facebook, so you're used to that. But that's not how you should communicate with people. Just a heads up. Here's the thing, is even if you guys were absolutely in the wrong, which, by the way, you're speaking about opinions, but let's say you're talking about math and this guy's a mathematician and he did the same thing, he's still a douchebag.
Yeah.
It's like those guys at the gym that go up to girls and they're like, oh, your form's really wrong on that. Let me show you how to do it. You're an asshole, by the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy, he's calling you stupid.
And just all this whatever, and immediately, in my brain I just shut him down.
Yeah.
And this guy was so and people who know me know that I will speak back at you.
Yeah.
If you were to talk to me that way.
Yeah.
I'm not a violent person or anything. I'm not going to pick a fight or anything. I'm not stupid, but I will verbally assault you back.
Yeah.
This guy came off as being so uneducated and unintelligent and just plain stupid. My only reaction to him that I could even think of that was even worth my time was just I think I literally quoted The Big Lebowski and was just that's just your opinion, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's all I said to him.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even want to conjure the energy to even care about what he just said. Mm-hmm. And then he just walked out and sat outside. And I was just dude, we're just, how many times I've sat anywhere and heard people have conversations and I don't agree with anything they have to say. Yeah. But I don't recall being invited in the conversation. Yeah. But he just up out of nowhere. Yeah. And so later when I was closing out the tab, the bartender, she was like, I'm so sorry about that guy. And I'm I was I haven't even had another thought about him. Yeah. It's just whatever. I don't care. Yeah. we weren't even like, the discussion wasn't even about truly anything. Like, you would have never known really where either one of us stood on any kind of political agenda.
Mm-hmm.
It was very open-minded discussion. But this guy, Mr. sitting by himself at a bar, probably had one too many. Like, I'm sorry you're lonely, dude. I mean,
Just a barstool politician.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were running for office. I mean, you got all the answers.
I like that platform, though, if you are running for office. Like, you're an idiot, and here's why.
Yeah.
Vote for me. Vote for Robbie Six Strings.
And the thing is, me and this girl, if you broke it down, are probably on polar opposites of the spectrum as far as political leanings and whatnot. And it could be the 20-year age gap between us.
Mm-hmm.
But we were still having an intelligent conversation where no one got angry and no one got opinionated. And it was just like chit-chat, friendly chit-chat. And then, Mr. Rush Nugent had to come poke his head in there and like, dude, just you're good. You're good, buddy. You're good. You finish that Coors Light and you go on back to the house. All right? And he had on a real tree hat. And that's the one thing I remembered. Yeah. But anyway, that was just interesting. Like, I don't think I've ever been in that situation in the, decades that I've been sitting in bars drinking.
Well, most people have common sense enough to be like, oh, these people are having a conversation that has nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. I probably shouldn't insert myself into this situation.
Exactly. And it was almost just like, I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around it. And I don't
even do that stuff with things that I know more about than the people talking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that.
It's like, it's none of my business. You didn't ask me my opinion.
Right.
So I'm not going to give it to you. I'm just going to like smile and,
Most of the time, if people even ask for my opinion, I still don't say it, especially with politics. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And that's really how I feel about politics anyway. I really just like, I don't really care.
Not informed enough to care. So,
yeah.
What's with the Diaz de la Muerta hat?
You don't like it?
No, I'm just asking about it.
It was a rainy day.
I like it more than the songs.
It was a rainy day, so I apparently people don't like bucket hats anymore, and I wanted to wear my bucket hat.
I think you pull it off pretty well.
Yeah, and I like the sugar
I didn't
skulls.
know if it was a brand or anything. Or
no,
like
actually, I put that on myself.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like it. What's with the shirt?
This.
Because you matching.
I'm glad you brought that up because I want to throw out a plug right now.
Okay, a butt plug. Seems like your speed.
Yeah. I was just eavesdropping on you.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually a line of shirts. You like my mother? Like when I've like got some.
You talk off axis.
Oh, I do.
You're talking over here. The mic's right there.
I need one of those like.
Yeah, loft.
Oh, but anyway, so this is.
I could have said anything and you would have believed me.
I don't care. I don't have much time left on this earth, sir.
Yeah.
Just let me roam around.
Just let you have your extreme fascist positions in bars.
But anyway, so there's a YouTube channel called Mind C TV. They're ghost hunters.
Mm.
And they're not like the ghost hunters on A&E.
Not like those shitty ghost hunters.
Yeah, they don't like edit in like a stagehand slamming a door. I mean, these guys they're cool guys, and I really enjoy their show or their YouTube channel. So this is one of their shirts that they design, they sell, and I wanted to kind of give them a quick plug. They have a great YouTube channel if you're into watching scary ghost hunting stuff. These guys seem really, really cool, and so Mind C TV.
Mind C TV.
Mind C TV is the name of their YouTube channel.
Like Mind
C
Seed. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
SEED.
Yeah, Mind Seed TV.
Mind Conf TV. Got it.
So yeah, this is one of their shirts, one of their designs. Really cool guys. They probably will never see this, but
maybe.
Hopefully someone will see this and then go check out their channel.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just cool guys. But
And
I always
then
like
tell
to
them to check us out, and then they'll be like, "This is fucking garbage." Hey, I was eavesdropping on your podcast, and you guys are cunts.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
How dare you not like Father of All? Here's why it's the best song ever. You feel me? Nothing.
Nothing. I got nothing. I'm like
tapped out. Green Day ruined you.
Yeah.
Like it ruined my childhood. Here's the thing. Green Day used to make pretty good music. I said pretty good music.
I'm actually gonna say there are a couple of their radio hits when they became popular that they're not bad.
Yeah.
Trish loves the song "Good Riddance" so much.
Yeah, it's
we made a soundtrack to our wedding that we gave to our wedding guests, and that was one of the songs we put on there because she loved it so much. Mm-hmm. So if I ever find one of those, I'll give you a copy of our wedding soundtrack. Yeah. But
I'd love to be taken back to 1995.
We got. That's not when we got
You
married.
guys were 57, right on the cusp of those golden years.
You know, I was in the Korean War with a guy like you.
I
didn't like him.
I was a baby boy in diapers watching the towers fall.
We're not going there this time.
Come on, give me a zinger. Talk about dead people.
Dead people. Speaking of dead people, and not you're
gonna ghost hunt at Ground Zero.
Jesus. Jim Steinman died.
Who? Sorry, who?
Jim Steinman?
Did he make pianos?
No, he was.
I think that's Steinway.
Yeah, Steinway. He was Meatloaf's lyricist.
Oh wow! Fuck. I actually kind of like Meatloaf.
Really?
He was in Fight Club.
Yeah, I'm not even a fan. I'm not a fan of Meatloaf's music, but
What's that? You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. That's Meatloaf, right?
That's ELO. That's Jeff Lynne. That's
ELO.
Yeah, that's ELO.
No, that's not ELO.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you're probably right.
No, that's Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Three letters.
That's not ELO.
But it's not Meatloaf.
What did Meatloaf do? Oh, Bad Out of Hell. That's what he did. Yeah. Like, bad out of hell. I got diabetes now.
Did you know?
Gotta take Viagra off.
His daughter is married to the
Little Loaf.
She's married.
Vegan Loaf.
She's married. Go ahead. You got another one?
Yeah.
Turd Loaf.
Quick on the draw. Go ahead. Sorry.
His daughter is married to the guitar player from Anthrax.
Scotty Ian?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
God, bet they have great sex.
Really?
There's another guy that's like, if you guys don't stop, I'm going to leave.
I saw that in
I'm
person.
going to take my ball and go home.
I hate Atlanta. Every time we come to Atlanta, something happens.
Dude, can you imagine if he was
like, are you scared of Atlanta?
Yeah.
You're from New York City.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
Queens. They're from Queens.
Oh, even worse.
Oh, Atlanta. Always something happening. Yeah, okay. Shut up. Play.
Yeah.
Never get off the stage.
Neo-Nazi looking motherfucker. No, he's probably really cool.
He's Jewish, so I don't think he's a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, you never know. That's what they want you to think.
He's the kind of guy that would eavesdrop on my conversation at the bar.
Yeah. Here's why you're wrong about how great Anthrax is, because they're super cool. And okay, Scott Ian, go home.
Go home.
You drink your Coors Light and go home.
I literally, if I ever see that guy in the bar again, I'm not going to approach him or anything.
Fight him?
No.
I'll start a knife fight. I don't give a fuck.
No. I'm going to find someone and have the most mundane, off the wall conversation that I know he's going to want to interrupt. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to argue something like real grass versus AstroTurf. I mean, I'm going to have just the stupidest conversation and wait for him to interrupt. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe I'll compare, I don't know, the Quran to Mein Kampf or something like that. Mm-hmm. And we'll discuss which one's the better book.
Readability wise,
yeah,
Hitler can turn a phrase. Here's the weird thing about Hitler. So everybody, I don't know here's the thing is I don't know why there's this recent kick of people who have never looked at his paintings, but they say he's like a really shitty artist. Mm-hmm. And granted, he doesn't do like the figures in his paintings well, but if you go and look at his his architectural paintings, mm-hmm. he's really good. He might not be the best ever, but everybody wants to be like, oh, he got denied into the whatever art school he applied to. Mm-hmm. They just assume he's a shitty artist. He's not bad.
I don't think I've ever seen his art.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because like I've seen his art, and I'm super big fan, not of the other stuff, but of the, no. I'm just like he's not like Renaissance quality or anything, but he's not bad, and it's just really weird like how people they I don't think they've ever seen his paintings, and then they take that alongside with the fact he didn't make it into art school, and then on top of that he's the biggest piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Arguably one of the biggest piece of shits to ever live.
Yeah,
but
probably
the thing
at least in the top two.
in terms of an artist, he's no Van Gogh, but he's certainly better than Robbie Six Strings. But people want to put him on that level, and it's just weird to me.
I've never seen Robbie Six Strings art, so maybe he's an.
You've heard it. That's what I'm saying. It's like just
right.
In terms of comparison, they want to make it sound. I'm trying to put it in terms.
I got you.
Because you're an idiot and your opinion's wrong. I couldn't help but eavesdrop on your opinion.
Well,
that you have in your own head. No, here's like just in what you can picture in your mind is people want to make it seem like Hitler was on Robbie Six Strings level, but he wasn't. He was like my band's level. Not bad, but not the best.
Still together. Oh,
and that's that is my fault. He didn't have it together for very long.
Ouch.
So, yeah.
But I mean, I get that because I mean, and I'm not glorifying him by any means, but I mean, he was very intelligent. He would have to be intelligent to be able to do all the horrific things he did.
Big fan of his later work.
But an idiot isn't going to turn an entire country into his legion.
Yeah.
It's just, you could have taken that intelligence and done something a little more creative.
You know what? Maybe the world would have been a better place if Hitler got into art school. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah. Why don't you tell those millions of Jews? Yeah, they definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
They definitely agree with that. Because,
we got to get off this. We can't end on this.
I wasn't gonna make a joke on that. I was being serious. I was like, there's nothing joking.
See, my wheels were spinning because I was like, should I make a Holocaust joke?
No, I wasn't gonna make a Holocaust joke. That's horrible.
Episode 9. Should I make a Holocaust joke?
No, I was not gonna do that.
The comedian in Brennan is deciding.
As you just want to rant about what a great artist Hitler was.
I just want people. Here's the thing: is like, if you've seen his art and you think it's shitty, by all means. I think my overall point is so many people like to bandwagon without actually doing the research.
I would look at his art.
Like it's in terms of like, let's put it in terms that I can understand. Like people like assume like, oh, like Bobby Fischer's the best chess player to ever live. Mm-hmm. What other chess players do you know? And have you ever actually looked at any of his games? Like, what are his accomplishments? Do you know what years he was world chess champion? Like, that's the thing is like so many people just want to bandwagon stuff. They just hear something and then it's like that asshole that he just eavesdropped in on our game at Moonrights and he's like, there's got to be mate in one. And I was like, there's not. And he's like, dude, there's got to be. And I was like, there isn't. Like, I'm the one playing the game looking at the lines. There's not. But here's this drunk asshole. That guy is as bad as Hitler.
Yeah, that guy was annoying.
Yeah. Was it that guy? No. So here's, I was trying to connect it back to the.
It was one of those Chads or Brads or.
That's the thing,
Blakes.
though, is like it's just bandwagoning. That's what I really wanted to say.
Yeah.
I don't like Hitler.
I don't.
And I'm offended that you're trying to make it seem like I do.
I was just eavesdropping on your Hitler rant.
Yeah, dude. Next time at Mood Rights this week. Going on a big old Hitler rant.
But I think the guy that interrupted me would be like, "Oh yeah, I love Hitler too," and then you're stuck with him.
Yeah,
you were stuck with him.
I'll wait out that conversation like we have with what's his name? He goes off on wild tangents. I just like to see those things play out.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Get into some pretty heady places.
It was hurting my head.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, me too. I like watching that kind of stuff though. A lot
the thing is with that guy, and I don't want to give too much away about him, but he's like really like a rocket scientist. Like that, like
he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. But like he's like so intelligent, or he was.
I can tell he's really, really smart.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like, I get it. If I was super duper intelligent, I wouldn't know how to like mix into a situation with someone like me. I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is you're a super nice guy, and I would say you're a little bit more, like, you're pretty extroverted, but in terms of like engaging with people, you're a little bit more introverted, and I think that comes through kind of when you're talking about like you talking about politics with that person. That was because that was a safe environment for you to do that.
Yeah.
That's not, you wouldn't do that with a stranger.
No.
If you're you would be the one to talk to a stranger outside, but those kind of personal opinions and things, they're not going to come out. So that's kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy that I just want to go on the ride. You know what I mean? So like, you're not the kind of guy that's going to get roped into a conversation with that guy for too long. I want to see the bonfire. You know what I want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. I'll just let people fucking talk, like, because I like the chaos of that.
And I think with me, and you probably notice this, like, my patience runs out really quick.
Real fast.
And I'm just like, and instead of being rude or ugly, I'll just like, okay. And I'll just, as soon as like there's a break,
yeah,
like as soon as the person talking to me like stops to take a breather, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like back inside.
And that dynamic really shows up when it's both of you and I in that in that conversation, because I just keep like adding sticks to the fire, and you're just looking at me like, can you please stop egging them on?
Or I'm just gonna walk away.
I'm just like looking at you as I'm throwing logs. I'm like,
right?
no, I can't.
And the next thing you know, I've like gone back inside.
Like the engineer shoveling coal into the train. Like, we're hitting 88 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
That was a good reference.
Yeah.
I like that. That was a deep cut
Once upon a time in the West.
Yeah. That was a true story of Wyatt Earp and Buckaroo
Jamie
Banzai.
Foxx and
Jamie Foxx.
Got Parkinson's now. That's what the J stands for. Michael Jamie Foxx.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
They did a show with him not too long ago on one of those bullshit channels, and it was all centered around the fact that he had Parkinson's. It was like, this is fucking garbage TV. Let's make fun of this guy who can't stop shaking.
I know, right?
Like, this is what you think is good TV? And that's how you know, like, the business side and the art side of television is just too far apart now.
Well, yeah.
I think there's something to, you were talking about how like you couldn't beat 70s and 80s TV.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's true.
Because now it is, when we were growing up, people were, it's trash TV. Now it's actual garbage TV.
It is. That's why I don't watch anything new on TV.
Yeah.
You know.
Kim Kardashian goes up a butt size.
And see, like, I've never watched any of that stuff.
Are you ready to kill yourself yet?
I only know that name because other people talked about it so much.
That's right.
But I don't care anything about her.
Like Steve Jones. I only know that name because you talk about him so much.
Well, I mean, he's no Robbie Six String.
That for sure.
That for sure.
God, I want to rope his name. I want to get away from Robbie Six String and somehow get it to something like Robbie Fisher, comparing him to a chess grandmaster.
Oh yeah.
By the way, why a lot of this is coming up is because I started watching Searching for Bobby Fischer this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like halfway through. 90s movies are really good.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Yeah. Like, and the actors in it: Joe Mantegna, Ben Kingsley, William H. Macy, Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, 90s movies were the shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was in them. And it's like before they got like, Lawrence Fishburne obviously got really popular with The Matrix. This is like...
Oh, he was in that?
Yeah. He's the white guy.
Oh, he was Keanu Reeves' love interest. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it wasn't that.
Saw that
Bill.
sex scene in the second movie.
Ooh.
That's when my generation got real into techno. When that came back up later, we're like, this. Why is this music giving me a boner? It's because we watched Keanu Reeves and what's her face,
Carrie Ann Moss.
Fuck. Finger my back holes. I'm gonna finger that. Just want to finger that. That's all I could think of during that scene, and I was pretty young when that movie came out. But like him, just like getting behind her and just like.
Do they have to clean those holes?
That's like. What do you use? Do you use like engine grease or like?
But what if you poke too deep and you hit the back of your brain?
Yeah.
There's no way to fix that.
Are you worried about dust getting in there, and then the next time you go to like jack in, you get all glitchy?
Because they don't even cover them up. Like they don't put like.
No, there's like the wall socket outlet protectors. Yeah, they walking around with like
really
plastic
dirty.
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on, that's
That's-
directly
that
into
is-
your brain.
That is obviously an entry point for infection.
It
and
is.
they still have all the shit on, like,
Yeah.
all the other shit.
Like, cover those holes up. You're gonna get an infection.
Yeah, you
And they don't live in the cleanest of areas.
walking battery.
Yeah.
Here's what I didn't understand. So they have the babies, like, in the baby-sized tank when he, like, Lawrence Fishburne's explaining how it all works. Mm-hmm. But then Keanu Reeves wakes up in, like, a adult male-sized tank thing. So they move the babies over. Do the things grow with the person? Yeah, I'm just pointing out plot holes.
Well, you know, and I don't know. That's odd. You know, one of the things that they didn't really mention, but, you know, they're actually feeding you other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so you've
They mentioned that.
I couldn't
yeah.
remember if they actually mentioned it or not.
Yeah, they don't go into detail, but
everyone's a cannibal. Mm-hmm. So when Keanu Reeves comes out, he's been eating dead people
for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like upset about eating that mush on the ship.
Yeah.
Well, at least this isn't like your grandpappy.
Might be.
Well, yeah.
They didn't go into that. They definitely didn't go into that.
And my whole thing is like, so if you just stay jacked into the Matrix your whole life, you never know any different. And you get to eat things like steak and seafood, and you get to have a life. You get pulled out of the Matrix, and you get to eat a cup full of snot, basically, and you have to fight for everything. And I don't know, I kind of would rather just.
Well, that was Cypher's point.
Yeah, I would rather just stay in the Matrix.
That was Cypher's point.
Yeah, I know.
They followed that
And that,
storyline.
yeah, I know.
That's
I
how.
saw
That's
the
what.
movie.
That was the big. Plot
I
point.
saw it in the theater. I saw the first one in the theater in 1999.
I saw the second one in theater, and
Yeah, I saw the second one in the
it was
theater.
kind of like.
But yeah, I saw the first one in the theater.
Everyone really hated the second one when it first
It was
came
terrible.
out, and then the third one came out, and they were like, "All right, the second one's not that bad."
Yeah, the third one was worse. Yeah, the first one was.
They just kept They kept doubling down on the philosophy instead of like the cool shit.
And it was so predictable at the end. I mean, spoiler alert, but you know, the people that died, it was just like.
It's been like 20 years. No more spoiler alert.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
spit on
yeah,
you.
it turns out that Lawrence Fishburne is Keanu Reeves' father, and Carrie Ann Moss is his sister, and
And they defeat the Empire.
yeah, they defeat the Empire, but then
Blow up the Death Star.
they blow up the Death Star, and then you know
When you think about it, Matrix it really is just Star Wars.
that's all it is. Star Wars. There's a chosen one. All these movies have to have like this whole
Prophecy.
like Jesus concept where there's always this one.
Yeah.
You know, that's got to save the earth. You know, in real life, that's not how it works. Like, how about he's just one of like, you know, a group of dudes. And,
Yeah, why can't 3 people save the world?
Yeah, what's wrong with
Well, I
the
guess they
trio?
kind of did.
Yeah. But
A lot of Trinity metaphors in the
and
Matrix.
they even had a character named Trinity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
No, he was Morpheus. Trinity was the girl.
More for us?
More for us.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he lived. Because, you know, basically, if you think about it, he lived, and then whenever he needed to, he would patch into the Matrix and help John Wick get weapons when he needed them.
Oh.
Tell me.
Now that movie makes sense.
That was Morpheus in John Wick. That was him.
The Beagle?
Yeah, he tapped into the Matrix and helped John Wick.
Gave him a dog and then killed the dog.
That was another one. That was another one. That was the first one.
Yeah.
The second one
What?
was the second one where he helps him get ammo, and then John Wick, you know, he has to go and you know,
I ain't helping you out
you
with
know,
this one.
he has to meet up with his other friend, and they have to go.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they have to go back in time, or they're gonna go. He's gonna get sent to military school. Come on, and the Grim Reaper helps him.
Yeah.
Yeah, then turns out his dad is the devil.
Teen
and that's,
Wolf.
That's why he's such a good attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out Charlize
The
Theron
Scent of Love.
is his sister.
Gonna keep
Yeah,
saying 90s movies.
Yeah.
Scarface.
I'm running out of him now. that was a good zigzag.
That was a good
I
Keanu
like-
Reeves rabbit hole.
That was weird.
Following the White Rabbit.
Full circle.
Was Meatloaf in the Matrix? Meatloaf should have been in the Matrix.
I think Meatloaf is
Meatloaf was too fat to be in the Matrix. All those people were super skinny and malnourished.
Yeah, he was.
Can't have a fat guy in the Matrix.
There's no fat guy in the Matrix, but they can be a super fat guy in a
Dude.
Fight Club.
Shot for shot remake of the Matrix, but all the agents are super fat.
That'd be
And we
awesome.
get Fred Durst and Aaron Givens to play him. Or what's his name?
Lewis.
Aaron Lewis. They play the agent.
Too tight t-shirt and
Mr. Anderson. They're always running, so they're super out of breath.
hey, quit talking back there.
Stop. Stop.
I'm 45. Let me tell you about my teenage angst. I'm only outside.
You see, human beings are a virus.
Agent Durst.
A play to go on this planet. Mr. Anderson.
I'm in it for the nookie. Let me see them lighters.
Should we end on that note?
I don't know.
This guy's super weird.
Weird quick.
I just became self-aware like AI of what we've been talking about these past 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll wrap that up.
If you think about it, The Matrix was the last good movie. And it came out in 99, so name a good movie that's come out after 1999. Can't do it. I'd love to see the YouTube comments. They're just going to be like,
Oh, man, Harry Potter.
yeah, Game of Thrones. Not a movie.
Yeah, and I didn't like Harry Potter. I had to.
Which one didn't you like and why?
Actually, I was forced to sit through one of them. And I don't know which one it was.
Give me a description.
There was some little like monkey thing that had
Goblet
to have a
of
sock.
Fire.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
He had to have like a sock or something. It was like a little thing, like a monkey with no hair.
What?
It was a CGI little animal, and he talked, but he had big ears, and it was all stupid. And he had like somebody's sock at the end.
Oh, it was the second one, Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, see, that's
Yeah.
all I got out of it was this CGI monkey in a sock.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. And the Phoenix. And the big snake.
Sure, I guess.
Were you stoned during the whole thing?
No, I just didn't care.
Oh.
It was, and we're not going to go into the story, but it was when I was staying with my friend and his.
Dude, we should say that
No,
story. We should say that story. That's a great fucking
No,
story.
that is not for this podcast.
All right, you know what? You go.
No.
You go. Think about Buddha, and then you come back and you tell that story. Dude, you should tell that story.
I'm not gonna.
What about on a Patreon? If you get paid to tell that story.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the Patreon.
okay. I'm gonna hold you to
I'll
that.
do it on
You
the
should
Patreon. I'm not doing it on the free market.
You heard it here first.
So, but yeah, we had to sit through that movie because he didn't have cable or anything, so we had to watch like whatever movies he had.
Every night for. It's like that Fleetwood Mac 8-track just kept playing.
Kept on. Just like he's the one. He also like a couple years earlier made us go watch the first Lord of the Rings movie in the theater.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
That's the only one I've ever seen, and I honestly still have no idea what was going on. I mean, there was like, was that the one with the little hobbits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got. Sorry, I'm not into fantasy. I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm just super into like heavy metal bands talking about condors
About
or whatever.
fantasies. I mean, it was fun. It looked like it was done very well. But the Harry Potter stuff, like I always thought that was kids' books, and
It was, yeah.
well, I'm an adult, and
Right,
when they
and
came
my
out, I
gen-
was an adult.
My generation is full of children who can't grow up, so they still put bumper stickers on their car of like what house they're in and like which team of Star Wars they're on. I think that's the most disappointing thing about my generation is like they're all super up in arms about the wage gap, but they act like children.
Exactly.
So they deserve to get paid minimum wage.
Yes.
There, I said it.
Oh, that's fun. They deserve it,
Yeah.
and they deserve things like Aaron Lewis and Fred Durst.
So we should end this episode just cold reading the lyrics of his song. Pull up the famous Stain song, and I'll just read the lyrics.
Okay.
And that'll be the outro.
Okay. And while you're reading the lyrics,
Hang on, I got a better idea.
I'm gonna do the Fred Durst thing where I'm
Pull
like,
up the lyrics, and I'm gonna try to do my
Okay.
best Aaron Givens impression.
it's Aaron Lewis.
Is there a guy in town named Aaron Givens?
I
think so.
have no idea.
Shit. Well, we're getting sued.
All right, let me see.
I've never heard this song, or if I have, I don't remember it. And I'm just gonna do my best impression of Aaron Jenkins.
Aaron Hendricks, Outside. That's the song.
That's right. I don't even know the chords, so I'm just gonna.
Okay. Here's
You prop it up. Prop it up sideways.
and you have to scroll. You just. All right.
Okay, here we go. And you can bring me to my knees again.
Let me see them lighters.
All the times that I could beg you, please, in my. Oh, I thought that said in van. It's in vain, in vain. All the times that I felt insecure for you, and I leave my burdens at the door. But I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. I can see you through. See through your true color. Is this a good bit? I can't tell anymore.
I don't know. I got
Is that
lost.
pretty good?
I was trying to have some conversation so you'd kick me out or leave.
Oh, dude, let's do that. Okay, now that I know the bit.
Uh-huh.
But I'm on the outside.
Hey, what'd
I'm
you have for
looking.
dinner today?
Hey, fuck you. Hey, I'll stop playing right now. I'll leave.
So you want to go to Red Lobster after this show?
Hey, I'll leave.
Okay. Look, they got really good cheddar biscuits
That's good.
there.
I like that. Really well done.
Thank you.
They call me Robbie Six Strings.
Robbie Six.
Are we gonna get sued? I don't think we can because I was using different chords.
You were, and it didn't sound anything like the horrible song that he created.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
But,
actually,
I
that
mean,
sounded better.
lyrically, we might get in trouble. If
Well,
this is,
you kind of
we're
messed up
probably
the
not.
lyrics.
We're
so-
probably not popular enough to get in trouble.
Yeah, and if Aaron Lewis is watching our podcast, we would have already been in
He
trouble.
probably is.
He probably is because
Sitting at home jerking off with ice cream. He's wearing that same shitty shirt. By the way, it's like
with the mountain,
Hang on.
the timber wolf, and
can you
the
log me in real quick? Okay, I want to make sure this is like the shirt you're talking about. Like redneck animal shirt.
there you go.
Should have hit images. Oh, did I kill it?
There you go. Sorry. Yeah, let's see. Images.
I like how it comes up. Oh, pretty close. But I was thinking like sort of like this one. I mean, it's a little bright, but
Yeah.
like that kind of, but like with like a wolf
Yeah, with
or like a
wolf.
bear.
Yeah, a
That's
wolf or
actually
a
kind of
bear.
cute, but
Yeah, I think that's kind of like
it's
a
sort of
play
like that
on that.
graphically. That's kind of like
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, totally like.
I think I used to have a purple one with a wolf barking at the moon when I was a piece of shit. This is a
Yeah.
fun podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just talked shit about music you enjoy.
That's all right.
I mean, that's kind of the name of the game. So.
I mean, that's
Pretty
what I
much
signed up for.
every other week is you talking shit about the music that I
Right.
enjoy.
So we finally
Oh.
went like tit for tat.
So this was episode 8?
This is episode 9.
No. Really?
Yeah, this is episode
Hang
9.
on.
This is
There's no way.
yeah. This is 9.
No.
Is it 8 or 9?
I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
Oh, it's 8.
Yeah. So here's my idea for
Okay.
episode 9.
Okay.
So coming at it from a little different angle, but I'm in the mood for metal. I started working out again, been listening to a lot of metal.
Okay. Okay.
So what we'll do is like we'll just come up with a list of metal bands each. So potentially you just come up with a bunch of potentials that I haven't heard of,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll come up with a list of potentials that you haven't heard of.
Of metal bands?
Just a bunch. We'll just come up with a bunch.
Okay.
So that way, if you like say something stupid like Metallica, I'd be like, oh, I've heard of Metallica.
Right,
You know what
right.
I, so
Well,
you
yeah.
you take them off the list, and we narrow it down to 3. and if there's a bunch, you just kind of pick your favorite 3. And I'm gonna show you 3 metal bands that you haven't heard of, and you show me 3 metal bands that I haven't heard of.
Okay, so we'll make the list, and then as we're discussing,
yeah, it basically would just boil down to like just having options in case.
Okay,
because I'm pretty sure I could come up with if let's say we just pitch 6 each. I'm sure I'd get 3 or more out of it that you haven't heard of.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the idea. We're still boiling it down to 6 songs total. We're just gonna find out if you've even heard of the band up front.
Okay.
And if you have heard of them or you've heard a song by them, we won't use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, let's do that for 9.
I think it'd be fun.
Episode 9.
Super metal. Episode 9.
Yeah.
We'll do it every 9 episodes, and we'll for sure keep track of that.
Of course.
I do have a fun little idea that I'm going to do on every 10th episode.
Okay.
That you're not required to do, but I'll surprise you with it.
Okay.
But that's just going to be my 10 episode thing, and then we talked about doing flipping the
script
every 25.
Yeah, it'd be deep. What was I came up with? Deep squeeze and lemon cut.
Yeah, something like that.
Just kind of flips the script.
Yeah.
You know.
Flipping genders.
What?
Reassign me. Let's go.
There we go. Yay.
All good?
All good.
Dude.
All right. Well, that
was fun. I like that.
Knocked it out.
That
We
was
will see you guys.
Sorry about the here's the thing is we're simultaneously creating the best and worst playlist of all time.
Yes, we are.
But here's what I like about it is it's pretty in line with we're keeping on theme, like, because this is a general theme kind of show.
Yeah.
Anytime I make a playlist, I fuck it up because I'm going to make a metal playlist. And I always inevitably include a song that isn't metal because I just want to listen to it. So this is a good example of like how bad I am at playlist making because it's just a bunch of music that doesn't fit together. So
well, that might be a theme.
Staying on brand.
Yeah. And I have to make sure it runs through Spotify. Because I'll pull deep cuts at
Dude, that 1 week was 3 that I couldn't even find.
Yeah, I know.
So good. So you're really leaning into the deep cuts.
I'm getting deep.
So, thanks for doing this, buddy.
Yeah.
As always, love you.
Love you. Rock on.